So listen, if you just logged on, it's definitely me, President Kennedy,
Let's play on
here on the Vibe Show,
down your feet.
courtesy of Telstream.org, moodsradio.co.uk.
It's sweet, give me the good life.
And listen, without further ado,
That's all we need.
Sabrina, are you there?
We are here. We are live with Dep on the radio.
Oh, my, honestly, you're just like a breath of fresh air.
Oh, thank you.
Ah, and I must admit, I had a text from what's his name? I can't find his name. A producer. He heard your
Yeah.
your little advert that you done for me.
Yeah.
So he wants to know if I can give him your number.
That's right. Yeah. You can pass the link.
Okay then. So I just want to make sure I ask you first before I pass it on. Because
Yeah.
he fell in love with your voice.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm not going to tell you who he is, but you'll be very, very pleasantly surprised.
What? Oh, I like surprises.
Okay.
Eh.
All the way from JA.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I wonder. Okay, I'm very intrigued.
Okay. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying no more. I'm just going to pass your number
All
to
right.
him, and then. But just remember, if there's anything comes of it, I want to be the first one to play it.
Oh, okay. I'm noting that down right now.
I'm just letting you know. I'm your silent
Yes.
manager.
You see, you got upgraded. You got promotion.
Oh, I got promotion.
Before we even had the interview, you got promotion.
So I'm not the janitor no more.
Listen, that's how we work. We work it up. We work it up from the ground up. That's what we do.
That's the best way. Listen,
Exactly.
first of all, a very, very warm welcome to the Vibe Show, courtesy of Telstream.org and moodsradio.co.uk.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure being here.
Secondly, I want to thank you because I know that you've got a very, very busy schedule.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
I know,
it's been a crazy year.
And we're going to talk about that a bit later on. So I just want to thank you for making time in your busy schedule for this interview.
Of course. Thank you for inviting me.
And hang on, if I think about it, I haven't spoken to you.
No, that's what's so strange.
I'm not just thinking this is. Oh, but you know what? Before we go any further, I've got to big up Carol.
Of course, big up yourself, Carol.
I've got to. Let's not get it wrong. Let's not get it right. Let's not get it wrong. It's not Carol. It's Coral.
All right, it's coral.
Yes. I got in trouble
it's
when
like
I said...
the corals of the ocean.
I got in trouble when I said Carol. Carol! Look, Carol! Coral. Just like the beauty of the ocean.
Right. It's what keeps the ocean alive and thriving.
Exactly. So big up yourself, Carol, and thank you for the link.
Yes, of course. Enough love, Coral. Unconsciously big it up.
Exactly. So, Sabrina, your place of birth?
Yes. UK. Enfield, to be exact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So where did you grow up?
Where did I grow up? So I grew up. I had one of those split upbringing. So for the first 12 weeks to 12 months of my first year, I was in Jamaica, North St. Catherine.
Okay.
And then we came back here for it would be like a year in, a year out until really around end of primary. It was almost every year, every 6 months.
Wow, that's a life to lead, that is, you know.
I tell you, it's a blessing.
Definitely. Oh.
Yeah.
So back then when you was at school, where it was a PO in Jamaica, what music was you drawn into?
Well, you see, my dad used to play on radio. When I think before I was born. So he used to play on radio. His DJ name was Poor Simba. And so he has a love and a passion for music, and so does my mom. So they're very, very into any kind of music. So I grew up listening to reggae, to R&B, to pop, to soft rock, to country music, and listen to everything and anything that was good. We played it in the house. And so I kind of got one of those very worldly music tastes. I can jump from, and when you have those playlists where 1 minute you're listening to Michael Jackson, next minute you're listening to Berries, and then twos you jump to one rock music band. That is literally how I am. I listen to it all.
And let's not forget about church.
Of course.
That.
So my dad actually, my grandma on my dad's side was a pastor of her own church. And so it was very, very, it was one of those ones where it's like every year you're getting something, whether it's a church dress or like a book. Like one of my favorite books that I got was, it was like one of those flip pop-up books of Noah's Ark.
Oh, okay.
My grandma gave me that one. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was one of my favorite books. So yeah, I had very much that in my upbringing. And then I didn't sing in the church. Funny enough, that's not where my singing started. My singing started at home.
So you never played no singing part in the choir or anything like that in the church?
No. The funniest thing. It was all at home, literally under my parents. We would just play music and then we would do this thing. I don't even know how they figured it out. So we had a headphones and we would put it into the sound system, and the headphone would turn into a microphone.
Oh yeah.
And so then we would press record on the stereo, and we would sing into the headphones and listen back to ourselves and know if we were on key. And then if we were off key, our parents would say, "Do it again."
So you,
all of the training really happened at home.
so you improvised.
From yeah, yeah, it began at home, and then when we started piano lessons, it that's what really helped make sure that we knew about notes and chord structures and everything. It was really just a homegrown talent, really.
Well, is that what led you on to your little group, the state of the art group?
Yes, yes, yes. So I was the youngest one in the state of the arts because it wasn't open until you were about 12 and up. But I had told my parents I want to sing. I had bored them with that comment for as long as I can remember. I want to sing. I want to be a singer. I need singing lessons. Da, 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 da. And so when we moved to East London, that's when my mum came across a group called Sing and Deliver, which was the original name before it turned into Estate of the Arts. And we had no idea that it had such a good reputation. It actually was where I think it was it En Vogue? Daniel Bedingfield and Natasha Bedingfield went to those classes. That's before they got launched. They actually won the same competition that I ended up winning 4 years after joining. It was called the Intercollege Singing Competition. And it was where I had a lot of classes. And that's actually when I started performing. I started performing from I was 10, and I would do all of the festivals from Leytonstone Festival, Finsbury Park, Chingford. And I would just go touring around like every year, all the way up until I ended up moving to Jamaica in 2010.
So you had a very solid musical background.
Very, yeah, very. Whether it was just singing, dancing, because I was also part of a dance group with Estate of the Arts. We were called Graffiti. So we would do dance competitions. There was a competition called Battle of the Boroughs. And we would win it a lot of the times. It was very intense. And so I had a lot of dancing and singing before I would also do a bit of musical theatre with Hackney Empire as well. So very well-rounded music all around.
So was it an all female group or was it mixture of boys and girls?
in the dance groups.
Yeah, no,
Ah, so my
in
first,
your state of art.
yeah, no, it was mixed. It was very much mixed. So we would have boys and girls in the singing classes. They would do workshops. Eventually, I started to do coaching as a teenager during the summer workshops and everything. And then I would also do like private lessons. I would teach private lessons as well outside of that. So it really did help us like grow into entertainment and the industry itself. And that's when I was like, okay, if I'm going to do this, I want to study the business of the music industry. And that's when I got my qualifications in music business and performing arts. Really wanted to know what I was getting myself into, you know?
So Sabrina, yeah, you've done it all then.
I swear, when it's like when I start talk, is if I don't talk about it, I don't remember it because it was such a exciting. Just even Cora will say, you know, she's like, "You're busy." If I say, "Oh, Cora, you know, I'm busy," she's like, "You think I don't know?" It's like I'm always busy doing something. I'm keeping my brain going, keeping my, you know, skills growing. Anything I can get myself into. It's like I love music and I love how it's created and I explore it and I try and explore it as much as possible.
Well, you see, the thing is, a lot of people get into the glamour of the the music business, but it looks like
Yeah.
you've not only just done that, but you want to know behind the scenes because you got to admit there's a lot of sharks in that
Mm.
musical pool, a
Yeah.
lot of sharks,
Y-
and
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
they would rip you off.
Yeah, yeah.
So no,
You have to be very, very careful.
it's good to hear that you. It's not just the musical aspect. You want to learn behind the scenes. That's good. I like to hear that. That's very
Thank
good.
you. Yeah, I love it. Even down to like my music videos. I have my first ever music video was War Downtown. Then I had My Shot My Head, then You Alone, and the most recent one, I
Oh no!
Tell
Stop!
Love.
Stop! Stop!
Um,
Stop! Stop! You're going too fast. I'm supposed to. No, I'm supposed to introduce all them. You don't jump the gun too quick.
hold on, me soon take over the job.
You see, because I want to hear about your first. You know, oh, let me now look up. I lost it now. What they call I'm trying to think. You know, I've lost the. I lost the. There. I forgot your number. The very first single that you made.
Mm-mm.
God, what do you call it
Ah, the very, very first
now?
single I made.
Exactly.
Okay, so the very first one that I made that was unofficially released, that was called Make It Karma.
That's it. That's Make It
That was
Karma. Yeah.
yeah. That was before I even moved to Jamaica and collaborated with Sly and Robbie. That was my first dip into reggae music, and it was by a close friend called Ghetto Blacks, and he gave a rhythm when and was like, "Okay, do you do reggae?" I said, "I can write to reggae," and he said, "All right then, let me know what you think about this rhythm." The reading was bad. When I tell you, said the reading bad, so I just sat down there, and it was like one of those crazy times. You know, there was a lot of knife crime. There still is a lot of knife crime here in UK and all around. And I couldn't. You know, sometimes it's easier to understand there's knife crime when it's far away from you and you wouldn't know anyone that was a victim of it. You know, you empathize with it and you're like, wow, this is crazy. But it's hard. It's different when it reaches your doorstep and it becomes somebody that you knew and grew up with in school. And so just after the passing of one of my friends, childhood friends, I got that rhythm and I decided to just write a song called Make It Calmer. And it was just talking about, that people have to make our life harder. You know, they only want to stir up the drama. So don't give in, just believe in the karma. They will reap what they sow. It was one of those ones just telling you, put down the knife, put down the gun crime, and, make it calmer. Make the word calmer. That was my very first. It got good airplay on Conscious Radio. It got a few of the UK reggae radio stations, and that was my first ever. radio number one. And it was like for 3 weeks, and I had my very first radio interview. I had no idea where it was going to take off. And that really stepped me firm into it, saying, yeah, you know what? I think this is alignment right here. I think me wanting to do reggae, I think it fits. And it felt natural.
Well,
And that was where it started. That is literally where it started. Then before I know it, I went over to Jamaica and I moved over.
well, do you think with all the knowledge and all the training that you've done previously, now you've actually
Mm,
put it into that make it calmer?
yeah,
Do you think it helped?
it did help. It did help because you see, when I was growing up, it was a thing of you must write your own songs. In our household, it was you must write your own songs. And so I had begun doing that. You know, my very first shows when I was 10, I was singing my own songs that I had recorded in the studio. So I had the training of kind of doing that. And so when it came to Make It Calm, and I had been writing songs for myself for years. And so, but I had never delved into reggae. I was like, if I'm going to do reggae, I want it to feel like me. I want to create a sound that feels like me, feel a vibe that feels like me. And that was when I wrote that, I was like, wow, okay. So this is what I create. This is how I sound when I'm in reggae. And I liked it. And I was like, okay, let's explore it more. Let's see what we can do with it.
The music world, Sabrina Diva has entered the building. Well, I quote Sabrina. I quote, Sabrina Diva is an unstoppable force in the reggae music scene, known for her ability to
Man,
blend timeless roots and culture with contemporary vibes that resonate with audiences worldwide. How does that make you feel hearing that?
that's me. You really read
Yeah.
that? No, no. It is mind blowing. It is mind blowing when you stop and you think about it. Because a lot of times when you're in it, you're just in the motion. You know, you're just in the motion. You're just creating. You're just having fun. Well, I have fun with it. I like to have fun with it, and so you don't really stop and think about the impact that it's making around the world until you have like moments like now where I'm having an interview and then, or if somebody sends me something and it's like, oh, this is a video, it was playing here in Gambia or here it was playing here in Nigeria. And I'm like, hold on, so it reached that stuff? It is shocking. It's very shocking and very, very humbling. Very humbling.
You know, artists, good artists like yourselves, don't realize how far music can travel.
Mm,
It would be amazing. I mean, because some,
yeah,
don't forget, music travels all to Japan, China, all them places that you wouldn't think. Reggae music down there,
yeah,
but it's a big
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, it's a reggae music literally does transcend any of the barriers that other music genres can hit. It's one of those powerful musics,
It
very, very powerful.
it does actually because there's a lot of genres that struggle and they struggle big time. But
Mm,
reggae music just seems
mm,
to bam and it's there.
mm. Yeah, it's a force of its own.
Exactly. 2010 Sabrina, you went to Jamaica into the belly of the beast. That's how I look at it. The belly of the beast. In other words, you went into the heart of reggae music. And
Mm,
you know what? In my opinion, one of the best collaborations I've ever heard, this is in my opinion, is when you teamed
yeah.
up with Turbulence.
Oh my gosh, mad.
Wicked, wicked. That, like I said, that's my opinion. One of the best collaborations I
Yeah.
heard was that you and Turbulence. How did that come about?
Oh god. When I tell you, listen, I believe in intuition, and I believe in following something bigger than yourself. And my whole journey to Jamaica was that. And how I linked up with Turbulence was one of those moments. So I just happened to be at, I think it was Jerk Fest in Montego Bay. Just randomly decided to do a family day out, and Turbulence was on one of the set lists. And he was standing there, and I forget that, when you're in Jamaica, you can be standing right next to one of the big artists, and you're just like, hold on. He ended up just standing right beside me. At that point, I had already recorded War Downtown and Be That Way, which isn't actually released, but I had recorded that at, with Sly and Robbie at Taxi Records. And we were waiting for that to be mixed, and I was just out there. And Turbulence is standing right next to me, and I said, hold on. I introduced myself to him. I said, hi, Turbulence. I'm Sabrina Diva. I'm a reggae artist. Just saying everything. Could I get a picture, please? And then he was like, hold on, you're a reggae artist. I said, yeah. And then I started to just really just network, And he was like, all right, then come down to my studio and let's see what we can work with. And that was it, literally. Went to the studio, played my songs. And then one day we went there and he goes, I have a rhythm. So he got this rhythm from Europe. I think it could have even been Germany. And he said, Diva, let's do a song. I said, all right. So he went into the booth. And this one was Together at Last. That was Together at Last. So he went into the booth and he started just singing a song that he made from his head on the spot. There was no writing. He had the rhythm just playing for about half an hour, over and over and over again. And then he said, all right, now we're ready for lay it down now. At that time, see, I write with a book. So he wrote it in his head. He had all the lyrics and the melody and everything in his head. So he went into the booth. He's going, dun 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 dun, Sabrina, and I was like, what? And so he comes up with that. So I'm there excited because he shouted out my name in the song. I'm like, hey, pop, pop. And so he's like, girl, you are to me more than words can tell. And then he was like, all right, your time now. So I'm like, all right then. I'm like, oh, yay. And what's so happened is that my verse and his verse fit so perfectly. You would have thought me and him were sitting there line by line figuring out what we did. And it was like we hadn't done that. But it's like we were in sync in that moment. And so then by the time we got to the second verse, he had his line, love like yours, you're hard to find. I said, together at last, because we took our time. And we both just worked on it. At that time, we were like line for line, line for line, line for line. And it was magic in that moment. And then after that, we ended up just doing another song, which was Take My Breath Away. And that collaboration was just mad. It was literally just a moment of madness and creativity. And I love that song as well.
And guess what 2 tracks I've got lined up?
Which 2 tracks you have lined up?
Yeah. Sit back and listen.
Go bang!
All right.
Now for soul from a tribe of Shaka Soul, Ethiopia, Africa. My name is Turbulence the Future, and you're tuning into the Vybz Show with the Master President Kennedy. Boom, boom, boom! I love me, oh, I love to be in my own company. Sabrina, journey and reach my destination in your arms is where I wanna be. Sabrina,
took my hand, taking it as your own, hold it safe in your arms, so I'm never alone. Said it's sad and yours alone, babe. I'll be your kind of star, baby. Never a sound in you.
hey baby, here we go. Baby, you don't have to be afraid. I'm a professional. I've been doing this for a while now. okay. Let go and I will love you till the break of day. I'm gonna love you like no one ever done before. Gonna make you cry and scream for more. From the bedroom into the shower, baby, I'ma show you my power. So good to me, sing, baby, sing for me.
Daddy, daddy, yes, I love you.
Yeah, baby,
Daddy, daddy, yes, I care.
sing for me,
Daddy, oh, the way you love me takes my breath away.
sing for me.
Daddy, daddy, yes, I love you. Daddy, daddy, yes, I care.
Me know it, dear.
Daddy, oh, the way you love me takes my breath away.
One time me sink it, she sipping.
So, Sabrina, what was it like working with the future?
Oh my gosh, it was mad. And I tell you, he just, because he grew up, he honed his craft from some of the greats as well in the industry. And I'm sure they must have taught him how to just write from your head and just come with it. He's been in the industry for such a long time. And it was very humbling. But I put on my learning cap and I was just like, it's very unusual to have an experience and an opportunity like this where you can just learn from someone that's been in the industry for so long. And I was soaking up the whole experience. I was like, my gosh, I really did. I took some notes and I really did take a lot of lessons from just being around someone like that. And he took me and a few of his other artists to Negril, and we performed. We opened up for his set at Negril. And we done a couple other shows as well, and it was a really fun experience.
Well, I had him on my show a few months ago, and he was
Yeah,
as humble can be. He was down to
yeah,
earth.
yeah, very,
I couldn't believe
very.
it.
That's him.
And he's got so much experience; it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
He had a good.
yeah. It's amazing as well, and he helps a lot of people in his community as well. And it's one of those ones where you can see where it's like he still lives in the same community he grew up in.
See, unfortunately,
Powerful.
when you have artists like that, we only see the music part. It's very, very rare we hear what they do for their community. Very rare.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's very nice to see. It's a side that you're not fortunate to see that often. And yeah, I hold those memories and I keep those into my memory bank all the time. It
Well,
helps inspire you.
exactly. Talking about partnerships, you teamed up with the legendary Taxi Records and One Pop Music in what, 2012?
No, so as soon as I landed, that they were the first people I worked with, pretty much. It was so weird because it was there's a record shop in Twin Gates Plaza in Kingston, and it's a very well known record shop. And at that time, I did not really know where this path was going to take me. I had a CD of about 18 to 20 tracks that I had written and recorded and just made demos of. And my dad said, "Come, get all your clothes, we are go out." So I'm like, "Where we going?" So we just ended up going to the record shop. And who happened to be there is Bunny Brown. Rest in peace, Bunny Brown. And we played the song, my CD of demos. And he was like, "Wow, my God, yeah." And he's like, "I know exactly someone who would love to hear this. I'm going to make a few calls and I'll let you know." So we're standing in the record shop. I have no idea who this man is calling. I'm like, "Okay, where is this? What is this going on?" And so he comes off the phone and he said, "So I just came off the phone to Sly and Robbie, and they want you to come to the studio tomorrow at 1 p.m. Bring your CD of demos." I was just like, "What?" So I go into the studio the next day at listen, I got there at 12:30 p.m. All right. I got there early. I said, "You're not making," because we live in country. We live in St. Catherine near Linstead, right? So it's about, and that was before we had the new high road. So it takes us about an hour to get to Kingston. And so we had to make sure we left that in good time and to make it there on time. And I'm there, me, my mom, and my dad, all three of us walking into the studio. And I sit down. They said, "All right, Sly, we'll be right with you." I'm there chatting with Rory Baker of One Pop Music, and he's like, "You write all of these songs?" I say, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." He's like, he starts playing a few. He's like, "I love this one, and I love this one. You write this?" "Yes, I write it." "Okay, I like this one. Where you record this one?" "England." "All right, me like this one." And he's just going through my CD. It just feels so tense. I'm just trying to figure out, where is this going? Where is this leading? And then Sly walks in, and Sly is so humble, He's so humble. So Sly walks in now, he's like, "Yes," because he mumbles his way. He's like, "Yes, how you doing? Nice to meet you, Sabrina." I'm like, "Hi." And so he said again how he listened to all my songs. He spoke to Bunny and he really likes my voice, and asked me again, did I write them? And I said, "Yeah." He said, "How long you been writing?" I said, "Since I was 10 years old." He said, "Okay." He said, "Well, I have this album coming out called Throwback. And it's a compilation album with a whole bunch of artists." And he starts listening to a few of them. And my eyes are just wide. And he's like, "All right, I have 3 rhythms here. You say you can write? Let's see what you come up with these 3 rhythms." He said, "You don't have to write for all 3 of them, but let's just see what you do." I said, "Okay." He's like, "Take your time, see how long it takes you." I'm like, "Okay." So before we know it, we shake hands and I'm gone. And when I reach home now, I get to work. I put on my system and I'm playing the songs on loop with my nice little songwriting book. And I'm listening to the one that has a 5446 rhythm, Toots and the Maytals. And I start listening to the rhythm now. And it's like doom doom doo doo doom 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 doo doo doom 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 doo 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 doom doom doo 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 doom doom doo doo doom doom. And I'm like, "Oh, you know what? This sounds like a marching. It sounds like what?" And I'm like, "Yo, this sounds like an anthem right now." So I start right down now. And I'm like this. "Looked out of your window. You are parked outside. Girl clothes on the dashboard. Another girl by your side. There's a war downtown. When this boy wants to come up my mouth, I go run up. There's a war downtown." And I said, "All right." We start write it down now. And I call up Rory. I'm like, "Hey, Rory, so I've written something already. Yeah, I actually wrote 2 of them. Do you want to hear them?" "All right, then." So me with my... "There's a war downtown, down the foot." What? He said, "What?" He said, that one. And the rest is history. We recorded War Downtown. We actually recorded both of them and they chose War Downtown to put on the album. And it just so happened that album was a Grammy nominated album and War Downtown was one of the songs on there. And so that was also my first music video as well. And right, it was so fun because I think they expected some cute song. And I was like, we're coming for them.
And guess what I've got lined up?
There's a war.
Oh, yeah. Dirty, 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 dirty. Looked out of your window. You were parked outside. Girl clothes on the dashboard. Some other chick by your side. Coming all hours of the morning. So I came to your house with a warning. You gon' need a doctor. It's all breaking down tonight. There's a war downtown.
Sabrina, I listened to the words on this. It's a very, very meaningful words,
Yeah.
This is trouble.
It's very much so. It was. I was starting the war with the man in the song, really. Yeah.
I'm looking
It was one of those ones.
I'm thinking, any man that crosses your path, and you got a mattress in your hand, it's trouble. Worries.
Shoulda cared, you turn up everywhere with new company. Hey, sneaking in my bed in the morning, so I came to your house without warning. Boy, you gon' need a doctor. It's no tearing night. There's a war
Yeah.
downtown. When this boy wants to come up, my mouth like a run up. There's a war downtown. You dirty liar. So I'ma start a fire. When this boy wants to come up the roof,
I can hear you. I can hear you. Oh no.
Okay, then give us an acapella of it. Then let's hear it.
All right. Looked out of your window. You were parked outside. Girl, clothes on the dashboard. Somebody by your side. Coming all hours of the morning. So I came to your house without warning. Boy, you gon' need a doctor. It's all breaking down tonight. There's a war downtown. Too bad for you, baby. There's a war downtown. 2 times on your lady. When this boy won't be come up, my mouth I go run up. There's a war. You're a dirty liar. So I'ma start a fire. Hey, hey. Cause when this boy wants to come up the roof, I go turn up. There's a war.
Wicked, wicked. Oh dear. Sabrina, you are definitely a natural. I don't know what's wrong with this mic. So
Thank you.
I don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on today at all. Oh, that's a bit better. Okay. Right. What I want to do now, I want you to sit back because I'm going to take you down your memory lane.
Oh gosh, I will try this. Nostalgia.
So sit back, close your eyes, and I'm going to take you down your memory lane.
why you a go mad me? Mashing on my head and I don't know why. Why you a go shock me? Wouldn't wanna leave even if I tried. Feel it when you get so close and I just don't know why. But I need to get some more or I might lose my mind. Why you a go mash on my head? Oh, why you a go mash on my head? Why you a go mash on my head? Yeah. I'm leaving for the road tonight. It's gonna be a lonely time. Wishing I could lie and say everything's gonna be alright. I really hope you understand. You're the one I need. Cause me without you was a love in danger. Crazy, everyone talks about us. They don't know nothing about us. They wanna break us apart. If you what did I do to make you hate me? Give me the chance to tell me why. What did I say to make you leave me? I take it all back to make you mine. If I tell you that I'm sorry, would it heal your broken heart? Heal your place I hold daily in a little room.
That was just a little trip down your memory lane.
Oh my gosh, that was so nice. Thank you.
But Sabrina, let me tell you a story.
All right.
Right. I went to one of those. I can't remember the name of the place now. To watch a play. So I'm settled down and I'm seated. I'm making myself comfortable. And halfway through the play, I hear this voice. I said, "Hang on a minute, hang on a minute." So I had to put on my spectacles and I looked. And who do I see on the stage belting out the music but Sabrina? You was in the Cool Ruler.
Yeah.
But you were belting out some music. It was unbelievable. How did that come across?
Listen, we have to big up Carl. It's so funny because I had done musical theatre when I was younger, and I hadn't revisited it because I was focusing in my music. And so I sat down after I just was enjoying just musical theatre again, and when I watched Wicked and all of that, and I was just sitting there, I was like, you know what, I would really love to get back into musical theatre, you know. I wonder if that's something that could align. Anyway, the next day, Coral called me and said, well, Sabrina, I wonder if you'd be interested in an audition. It's for the Cool Ruler, the musical. And I said, what? I was like, what? She said, yeah, would you be interested? I said, yes, oh my gosh. I was just thinking just the day before that I would love to get back into it. And so I went to the audition. It was in front of Anton Phillips, the director, Alison Mason from Shining Stars Entertainment, Bagger John, Maureen. She's in the industry as a PR. She's been around for a long, long time in the industry. And it was with majority of the production. And I went in there ready with my audition piece, my script, and you know, and they were like, "Okay, what song are you gonna sing?" I was like, "Oh well, I sing reggae, so I'm gonna sing my own song." I sang one of my songs, and I just told them, you know, the Cool Ruler doing something like this for Gregory Isaacs, like it had never been done before. And so I was like, of course, I would want to be a part of something like this. Like, my gosh, this is amazing. And so I was like, you know, just coming to audition was fun. Like I was excited to just do the audition for it, you know. And I got a call back and they said, you know, they would like me to be a part of it. And I was so excited, you know, went through the whole rehearsal process. Funny enough, I have the whole rehearsal process on my YouTube channel. I've vlogged the whole thing. So we had the whole rehearsal process, learning the songs that we would be doing, our script. And then before you know it, we went on to the UK tour from Hackney Empire to Fairfield Halls in Croydon, the Broadway Theatre, and Birmingham O2. Was it Birmingham O2 that you were?
Yeah, that's where I went to watch it, and I was really, honestly, I was blown away. Some very, very good actors, very, very good actors.
Yeah, it was so fun. It was so fun. And it's like I got to be silly, you know. I just got to be silly, and because I'm one of the love interests in the play, so I'm like, Gregory, baby, you know, I just right into it, and and we get to sing and we get to dance, and it's just full of vibes. And then, you know, you get to see the crowd that just love Gregory Isaac and love his music as well. And my family playing love Gregory Isaacs in the house, so it was just so fun to be a part of the experience.
And you know, it looked like you were all having fun.
Yeah, grinning from ear to ear. And it's hot, you know, so for us to be grinning from ear to ear under those hot lights, you know, we must have been having fun.
And the audience were participating in this as well. I was looking at the audience
Oh
and
my
everybody was getting up and dancing.
Every single show was sold out. and every single show was like a party. We would have people up and down the aisles dancing. One of the most memorable moments was during the matinee, and we're doing Cool Down the Pace. We're thinking, matinee, 3 p.m. Tame, right? Mm-mm. When I tell you, this woman get up
I
from
saw,
her
I saw,
seat.
I saw this. I saw the
You
video, and
see
she came up
it?
to the stage. She was, and she was
She came
whining.
right up to the stage. Yes,
I
she was
swear.
performing with it. And then we were like, cool down the pace. She's like, not me. Listen, it was
I
so
saw
fun.
it.
We were just, yeah. So experiences like that, you don't know what's gonna happen from show to show, and you literally just have to keep it on. But it's like part of you wants to really just laugh and like react to them as well.
And when I
It
went
was
to
so
watch it in
fun.
Birmingham, the very good part of it, there was all sorts. There was white people, white black people, Asian
Yeah.
people. Everybody was there.
Yes, yes, and that really is really the representation of Gregory's impact, because
For real. Yeah, agreed.
he's
Agreed.
famous all over the world. Yeah, there's so many people that don't even, speak English, but they would know a Gregory Isaac song word for word. He is known and he's loved globally, and I thought it was amazing that the community would show that love and respect by creating a production like that for him.
It was an excellent production, and like I said, we were sitting at the top, so we had a good view watching down, and it looked like
Yeah.
everybody was having fun. The audience, they were just
Yes.
getting up. I don't know if that's allowed though, but they looked like they just kick away the chairs, and it turned into a big party.
Yes, it was a dance. It was so good.
No, it was,
And with the whole experience as well, we had June there, his wife, we had Copeland, and we had, even on stage, Winfred Williams from on stage was following us for the whole time, from rehearsals through every location. They were there and documenting the whole thing. We even had Taurus Riley show up on our very first
yes,
show.
yes, yes. I saw him.
Yeah,
It was no,
yeah,
it
it
was
was
good.
really nice
Well
to see
done.
how much love they were showing. Well, thank you.
And yet again, Sabrina, everything that you learned in the past, the glamour, the
Mm,
background, the singing, the everything that you learned concerning the music industry, it looked like you put everything together and you put it, and it showed well in the play. It really, really did,
thank you. Thank you.
honestly.
You never know when you need it.
And I'm not saying that it was easy, because, like you said, under all them lights, and plus it's a full house, so you got all the heat coming from the people. You're sweating, but the show must go
Yes,
on.
exactly.
Now you done well, honestly.
Exactly.
Congratulations to you and the whole
Thank
cast.
you.
And
Yeah, everyone worked really hard.
and let's not forget the people behind the scenes as well,
Yes.
because
Oh my
we've
gosh.
got to big them up as well, because they were there to keep you guys on your
Exactly.
toes and keeping you whatever they do behind to keep the show going. So big up them people behind the
Yeah.
shows.
Pick them up every time, from the sound engineer to those that were helping us with our costumes, putting up the set design, the band along with Dora Murray. We had Clary that was, sewing up our stuff. Like, even if we had a full, like, just before the show, they're sewing it, they're ironing up, they're cleaning it. There was a lot of work. We had Rowan, who was the stage manager. And people forget about roles like that as well, and he had to really just make sure we were on time and on point. From down to, we had Frank, who was working with the microphones, making sure that we had batteries charged. And so there was a lot of people behind the scenes that were helping keep the production flowing. Really, really appreciate them. Really, really do.
You don't, honestly, it was good production. Everybody done their part to make it a success. Well done.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And talking about well done, Sabrina.
Keep it ital. Want your loving and your loving only. Pure survival of the fittest, and you're fit enough for me. Keep it ital. Want your loving and your loving only. Yo, it's the girl Sabrina Diva, and you're locked into President Kennedy on the Vibe Show. listen to those bad mind people you see when they say it's over. They wanna see us fight, don't pay them no mind when they say it won't work. They only wanna try cause they want something that we have, but how to fight for it. Cause none of them now have nothing but me. Keep it high down. What you loving and you're loving on, you're a survivor.
So Sabrina, did you pen the lyrics to this?
Did I bend the lyrics?
Did you write the lyrics?
Yeah. Yeah, I wrote the lyrics for it.
Itallove.
Loving only.
As soon as I heard it, I thought, no, definitely. 100% excellent track. Excellent.
Definitely. Thank you.
But when I thought you couldn't get no better, and up pops this one. You remember this one?
Yes, Summer Crush.
Like a fantasy, I lose my mind when you smile. I can barely breathe. Time stands still for a while. It fits so perfectly. You turn up the heat when I see you looking over. Heart race when you get a little closer. Oh, what you done to me, summer crush. Oh, the way that I'm feeling.
Oh, well, and the President Kennedy. We want to hear that tune there again from the top. That tune there, bud. Yeah, man, I says so. Make it play again from the top, my brother. Again.
Hey, talking about that summer love, Sabrina Diva.
So Sabrina, what's the story behind Itallove?
Itallove. You see, I had written a few like heartbreak songs. I had written like Back to You, and I was like, you know what? I was just thinking about the environment we're in right now, you know? A lot of people complaining about love and relationships and heartbreak, and you know, there's a lot of games, lying, taking advantage. You know, everyone trying to figure out how can they outsmart the next person to get into a relationship. And I'm just like, all of these things are ruining something so beautiful, something so pure. And I was just like, man, we need to get rid of all of them things there. You know, we need to get rid of all of the games. We need to get rid of all the manipulation, all these extra things, all these additives that are ruining and distorting love and relationships. And I was like, we need to strip it down to what's pure, and what's pure is like Ital, you know? And I was like, yeah, Ital loving only. And I started to just write it almost like I was writing out what I would love in that kind of pure relationship, you know? And even in the bridge where I'm like, you know, my man patient in every situation. It was almost like a manifestation. Like saying, yeah, no, I'm writing it down. These are the kind of things. Me don't want no gunman. No, tell them that we stay from. You know, we don't want none of that foolishness no more. Keep it ital, keep it pure, and keep it what it is, which is enough. Love.
And you put it across well, honestly. I do like this, and it's as soon as I heard it, I thought, yeah.
Thank you.
But if I'm gonna be honest with you, Sabrina, Summer Crush is mine. Summer Crush is mine.
You love Summer Crush?
Oh God, sorry, Summer Crush is mine.
I'm glad.
Sabrina Diva, like a fantasy. I lose my mind when you smile. I can barely breathe.
So
you know, it seems like you've gone from one extreme, the Itallove, to the Summer Crush.
Yeah. It was tapping into those feelings, like, you know, the butterflies that you get when you just catch the eye of somebody that you find attractive, and it was so weird. It was like we were heading into summer and it was getting warm, and you're having barbecues and you're having days out in the park, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like there's nothing beats a summer crush, nothing beats a summer romance, because you get all of the feelings in a short period of time, and it feels like you've lived 10 years with somebody, and it just, it's a huge crescendo and it just ends, but all of those feelings are so intense, and that's what I was writing about. That's the type of place I was writing from.
Well, Sabrina, I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to say to you, give us a little a cappella of Summer Crush.
Like a fantasy, I lose my mind when you smile. I can barely breathe. Time stands still for a while. It fits so perfectly. You turn up the heat when you see it looking over. Heart race when you get a little closer. What you done to me, some might cry. Oh, the way that I'm feeling inside, I can't get enough. No, no way left for me to describe some my crush. Yeah, the minute that I get a rise, I get a rush. Some my crush.
Oh, Sabrina. Oh, oh, Sabrina. If I didn't know no better, I would swear that you were singing that to me.
President Kennedy.
Sabrina,
Hey.
you're making me blush. You're making oh, my eyes are watering. Oh, dear, dear, Sabrina.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
oh, Sabrina, honestly. Oh, unfortunately, time is caught up with us here, Sabrina. Listen,
Yeah.
you have been. Let me tell you, I'm giving you your flowers 110%.
Thank you so much.
You have been. But before I say anything, Carol, big up yourself, Empress. Thank you for this
Of
link.
course, every time. And make sure, like anyone that's listening, that's in London based, feel free to come down. I've got a show happening on September 6th, and I'm there headlining with some really good artists alongside, Kirk Welsh, formerly known as Jack Kirk, and Gavin Creary from Black Slate. And it's a full live band with the Delroy Murray Band. And so it's going to be a really, really nice show. So anyone that's in London, make sure you come down. It's all on my social media. So, you can just get a ticket from Eventbrite and come
Sabrina,
on down.
Sabrina,
Love to see you.
you've done that too fast. Say it nice and
Ah, too
slowly.
fast.
You get too excited.
Let
Right.
me slow down for y'all.
Okay, go on.
Okay. For the London Massive,
No, no, not
we
just
have
no,
reggae.
not just the London massive, because people will travel
All
from
right. So
outside of
if
London.
everybody,
That's it.
hey, everybody, if you can make it down to London, then everybody. If
Wait,
you can make it down to London, Reggae Pan Top is September the 6th, Saturday, September 6th. Doors open at 6 p.m. It's at the Jago Dalston, and it's a full live band reggae show with me as headliner. We have Gavin Creary from Black Slate, the lead singer, the new lead singer of Black Slate, Gavin Creary. We also have Kirk Welsh, formerly known as Jack Kirk. The two are really, really good reggae artists. And then I'll be headlining alongside the Delroy Murray Band, and it should be a really good time. It's all about reggae music and showing our love for reggae and showing out some of our, our young talent and our UK talent, and giving ourselves a platform.
what
It's the tickets are £10. They're on Eventbrite. So yeah,
what date
come
is
on
it
down.
again?
Saturday, September 6th.
And where is it?
It is at the Jago in Dalston.
How far is that from Acton?
Oh my gosh. No, we have to Google that. We have to Google that. All
No,
right.
because I'm in London on that day. I'm in Acton. I'm
Let
down there
me
for the
see.
weekend.
It shouldn't be that far, actually.
I'm gonna
I'm
Google
literally on
that.
Google as we speak, you know.
I'm gonna Google that.
It is actually a 45-minute by train and about an hour by car.
That's
Just
not.
under an hour by car.
That's not fun. And you'll know it's me because I'll run up on the stage and I'll say, Sabrina, Sabrina, it's me, it's me.
Well, then I'll have to be like, I would have to give you an a cappella of Summer Crush specifically for you.
Sabrina, I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm going to hold you to that. I will stand up in
What
the
do you
middle of the crowd and say, Sabrina, you made me a promise. I will make you
You
blush.
already know I would have to do it. I would have to do it specifically for you and bring your name into it as well.
You will do. You'll have to do it, and I'm gonna make you blush, and everyone's gonna say, "Ah, Sabrina, you do." Sabrina, listen, I'm, I'm over the moon with your voice, with you as a young lady, as an artist.
Oh, thank you.
I appreciate your craft, everything that you do. I love the way how you've embraced the background in the music, the foreground, everything. You've embraced it all, and look what you're producing now. Excellent.
Oh, thank you.
Flowers to
Oh,
you.
that's such a nice compliment.
So, what have you got in the
Thank
pipeline,
you.
music wise?
Yeah, I actually have a single that should be coming out soon. It's a counteraction for a song called All I Ask, and it's produced by Ziggy Dub. And it's the original was actually from an artist in Jamaica, and he's talking about wanting the woman to forgive him. Right? He say, "Oh, he never cheat on the woman. It was a girl who she put herself on him and put him in that situation." So I was asked if I could do a counteraction, and I said, "Okay, you sure? Like, are you sure?" And he said, "Yes. Make sure you mash him up." I was like, "All right." So that's coming out. It's called All I Ask, and of course I'll shoot that over to you. And it's a fun thing. I've never done a counteraction before, so I really really stepped right into that and embodied the situation. So yeah, that's coming out soon. It should be out in August.
I look forward to that. So, yet
Thank
again,
you.
Carol, thank you very, very, very much for the link. Sabrina,
Of course.
it has, ah, I don't even know what to say. It has been amazing.
Oh, thank
Amazing.
you.
Uh,
Pleasure as well.
Amazing watching you in the play, listening to your tunes, and actually talking to you on the radio live. It's amazing. As the Americans would say, that was awesome.
It was awesome, man.
That
It
was
was
awesome.
awesome, dude.
Ah,
Sure.
listen, thank you very much. And please, whenever you want, my door is always open. Always.
Every time we'll keep the link, President Kennedy.
For real. Listen, you be good. Keep up the good work. Walk with God in your heart. Keep up.
Every
Keep up.
time.
All right, then, yeah. Bless up.
Thank you.
Take care, my
And
darling.
all the best. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.
Sabrina Diva.
Talking about that
What an artist. What a young lady.
Sabrina,
Excellent.
like a fantasy.
Yeah, like I said, big up yourself, Carol.
And when you
Thank you for the link.
I can
Thank you for all your help in this.
time stands still for a while.
Big up yourself, Empress.
Briefly, you turn up the heat when I see you looking over. Heart race when you get a little closer. Oh, what you done to me, some my crush. Oh, the way that I'm feeling inside, I can't get enough. Oh, no way left for me to describe some my crush. Yeah, the minute that I get a rise, I get a rush.
Sabrina Diva.
Crush, yeah. Ooh, ooh, boy.
Okay, coming up next. The first of 3 the hard way.
Things you do, it makes me